Alright. Well, we're going to talk about the moon. The big floating pixel in the sky. It's low resolution. They're working on it. Oh, man. Okay, so the moon. The moon is just a digital image in the sky. That's all it is. That's why it doesn't rotate. It's like Windows. Just you know what I mean? Yeah. Um. So yeah, it just goes around and around, and sometimes it's like half of the moon. Sometimes it's the whole moon. Sometimes there's no moon. Um. Yeah, it's not real. It's just a pixel, just floating through the sky. Now let's say it's not a pixel. I'll say that thing is actually up there, or down there, or wherever there is. Again, this video is satire. Don't go crazy. So I haven't told my story on humanity, but I got plenty of theories. But ignoring all that, again, another video. For this video, the moon? Yeah, the moon is definitely hollow. No ifs or buts about it. Doesn't need a field, nothing. It's made to get hit. Yes, it's made, meaning it was made. It didn't just appear through galactic forces, no. So a previous version, or humans, made the moon. You're like, oh, that's not true. It's like, oh, yeah, it's very true. More, look, this sounds more logical than the moon actually coming from a piece of the Earth getting hit and spun out and turned into the moon. Like, okay, so this would be more logical. Okay, so things we put into orbit that we don't calibrate, they either go further out or further in, right? Yeah. So you would have to have something like perfectly orbiting to where it just doesn't just fly out, right? Or fall into Earth. Yeah. We have some of the best people, adjusting our satellites, and sometimes they still fall down. But the moon? You're gonna tell me the moon with no adjusting? It's like, oh, it's because it's mass. It's like, yeah, right. Yeah, it's just perfectly just. Yep. No. Okay, so here's what happened. Maybe we were on Earth. Maybe we weren't on Earth. Maybe we came from Mars. I don't know. But we're living in the moon now. Yes, it's the world, but smaller down. People are like, well, that just doesn't sound right. It's like, okay. 2/3 of the Earth is covered in water, so we got 1/3 of workable landmass. I mean, if the moon is a quarter the size of the Earth, then, well, then you're already almost there to the amount of usable landmass. How much landmass do we actually use? Out of our landmass? Roughly 5 to 6%. I know, depending on how you look at it, some people might say 10%, but strategically used, roughly about 5%. So it's like, and that's with our population now. So think about what they're doing on the moon. We're like, oh, well, the technology doesn't exist. You don't know what the hell they got. People gotta understand, technology is just a thing. It is not scaled from more sophisticated to less sophisticated. Because what's more sophisticated? An iPhone or a match? Oh, well, an iPhone. Are you sure about that? Start a fire with an iPhone. Can't. Do math to match. You can't. So they both got, their intrinsic value. But one's significantly worth more than the other. So it's just a piece of technology. One's old, one's new. We still use them here at the same time. It's just how it is. So tech is just tech. With the moon, I think everybody just launched up there. They were like, look, man, everybody, Get your things in order. The world's gonna get hit by a giant, huge, mega ginormous, gigantus asteroid. Or they're just like rock. It's coming. Like, are you sure? Like, look, we're moving like this, spinning like this, going like this, and there's a rock going like this. It might be hard to figure out what we're doing, but this rock is doing this. It's coming for us. You know, so they were like, look, we're gonna build a ship. It's gonna float just outside the blast radius, so we'll stay in orbit. And if this thing blows out, we should get sucked in from the forces, and this should pack on around the top and create a new crust. And the moon will be the new Earth. So what happened? Well, yeah, I got slammed. And whoever stayed, stayed. Or whoever couldn't afford to go if that happened. Or maybe it was just the prisoners who stayed, or lower valued beings, I don't know. That were left behind. Or maybe just people who were hiding who didn't know what the hell was going on. Off grid, you know? And they got left behind and they just got wiped. Starting over from scratch. And trying to pass stories from word of mouth from 10,000 BC, it's kind of rough getting that across. I think of a story you told your coworker last week, it's already going to be kind of different this week. You know, after 10 years, you might tell the story again, but it's going to be a little bit off. Now, you told that story to somebody else who told somebody else who told somebody else over them 10 years, and the story eventually gets back to you, and you're like, that's not the story I told. So imagine 1,000 years. Imagine 10,000 years of that. Yeah, the stories are going to be all over the place. So they'd be like, oh, it was aliens from above, and they were down here at one point, and they were, no, it was just, you know, it was just us going into space. That's it. Nothing special. And some of those who were just like, oh, we're gonna be human. We're gonna do it the natural way. It's like, yeah, y'all are gonna get wrecked. And we're like, look, we're making a deal with you. You stay down there. We're gonna stay up here. We're not coming for you. Whatever happens, happens. That's basically what happened. So no, I think this is what happened now. After that, we started the space program and we were going to shoot up to the moon. We shot up to the moon and we went up there. And they were like, oh shit. Houston? Well, yeah, we got a problem. What? There's people up here. What? Like aliens? Like, no. They know who we are. So they're aliens. They're watching us. Like, no. They know who we are. They're us. Is it the Russians? Like, no. No, you don't understand, sir. They want to talk to us. So apparently there was some BS to where we're basically excommunicated, I guess you'd say, or we're off limits from the knowing of society. So we're basically the slaves, I guess, whatever you want to call it, of this world. And they're just sitting up there watching. They're just going to come down and reap the reward whenever they want. I mean, who's going to stop them? Like, oh, well, we can fight them. Like, dude, they could probably just snap their fingers and the military's dead. Don't know what they got up there. I think whatever it was, they were just like, look, get the hell out. Good effort getting up here. We knew something was floating this way. We just thought it was just another trash can y'all messed with. And, yeah, we didn't expect to just see you just land on top of a wreck zone. You literally landed in a live nuke zone, man. Do you not see the craters everywhere? What are you doing here? You know, it turns out the moon's just a giant shield for whatever's out there. It is the atmosphere. The moon itself, its surface, is the atmosphere for whatever that is. It's like a mini Death Star. And well, they basically just cut to the chase and were like, hey, look, slowly shut down your program. Butt out. Y'all gotta figure out on y'all's own. Stay the hell off the shiny thing in the sky. We'll keep watching you. If you got some questions, just radio in. You can set up this little tower here. Leave one of your rovers. We'll stay in communication. We'll hope you get a station orbiting the ISS. And you'll figure it out from there. Other than that, y'all are not coming back here. Stay the hell off of our planet. Whatever you got going down there, germs, things, people, so we don't, you're not bringing none of it here. There's not going to be one. So if we allow one, we got to allow all. No, stay off. Whoever comes back, we're taking them out. You know, maybe there's some different negotiations now. Don't know what's going on, but I mean, hey, that's my idea. And say I'm wrong. I mean, if I am wrong, why? Cool, I'm wrong. It's still a moon. But if I'm right, but no. Sounds like a good story. But is anybody checking? No, nobody's checking. I mean, some people find some weird crap about the moon. It does make you wonder. So, I mean, if you look at it, did they go to the moon? Yeah, probably so. Not gonna say they didn't. And even if they went there and they came back and they were like, what happened? Sir, you're not gonna. It was radio silence for 15 minutes. It's like, bro, no, it was radio silence for 5 hours. They set some shit up. It's like, what happened? They went on the moon. They got knocked the hell down. Like, pinned down, gunned down, put down. Maybe not killed. And they basically were like, hey, look, man. Look, here's all our footage and everything. They just destroyed it. They're like, look, you're going to go back to your planet. They send you a message. Maybe we went back and we're like, oh, it was a success, blah, blah, blah. See, look, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they had to film some shit in a studio to make it look good. They worked. Just to make it look like they really did the moonwalk, but in reality, when they went up there, they were at the door. Hold on, what are y'all doing up here? Turn around, go, get off. That footage you got there, yeah, hand that over too. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, what, you think they're just gonna let them take back footage of being on the moon? Hell no. I mean, think about it. You know, I don't want to go into like my whole humanity theory, but if, like, let's just say there was some super races like back then. What, you thought they like harnessed the power of fucking dark matter and anti-gravity abilities and were flying all over Earth and creating energy out of the air, and they were just like, yeah, we didn't achieve space travel. Yeah, we didn't achieve that. No, they probably went there and beyond. They're just chilling on the moon like, what the hell are these retards doing floating in a trash can coming here? Go meet them guys outside. And they're just like, park. So, Neil Armstrong's probably out there like, oh shit. Yeah, I think we got a situation. Honestly, I think that kind of killed him. Like, literally. I think knowing that type of crap killed him. Made this 3D printer. Came out pretty alright. But yeah. So, I think what's maybe going on now is that the world is kind of like understanding, like, hey, you know, we know, you know, I know, you know, you know, you know, you know. Kind of like, okay, shit, yeah, we know we got a situation on our hands. Yeah, it's like, well, I'm gonna fix it. It's like, no, I'm gonna fix it. Now it's creating World War III. Again, satire, guys. But if that is the case, and they're just like, hey, yo, yeah, we decided we're coming back from the giant shiny rock in the sky, and we're coming back down to Earth. We're gonna take care of some shit. And everyone's like, no, you're not. No, no, you're not. What do we do? Look, we're gonna make it look like it's gonna be World War III. Why? We're gonna be blasting nukes in the air. Well, yeah, but don't nukes just fly? No, look, we're gonna tell the public they're gonna go suborbital. They're gonna be up, way up in outer space, free floating, and then they're gonna return back down. And that's when they go for their, their target. Why would you launch them into space? We gotta hit them, man. We gotta take the moon out. Doesn't it control tides? You still believe that shit? You know how far away the moon is? You know how much gravity it would take to pull that thing? Look, think about it. If the gravity's pulling on Earth from the moon, why the hell isn't Earth sucking the moon into itself? Think about it. Just think about it. If you got a little magnet and you got a big magnet and a little magnet is strong enough to pull the big magnet, why can't the big magnet pull the little magnet? Just saying. Again, could be completely wrong here. I'm just having fun with it. But it's because there's some guys inside of the moon just spinning around going, adjust, adjust, adjust. They do. And the moon's just facing Earth. They're like, why would we pay for 27 cameras while we're orbiting, spinning around? We could just be stationary with one camera and just look at them. But anyway, I think they know we know, and they're just like, look, it's gonna come out. Let's just go back down there, blow these people's mind real quick, and just go screw some shit up and make them start over again. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if you want me to go make this sound a lot more crazy or go further in depth like I've asked in other videos, just let me know down below, and maybe I can make some alternatives to this story or make it more far-fetched. I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory if that's what we're going to make it. Because the moon ain't a shiny rock in the sky. Defies what you learned in school.